he moved to Chicago, and then he had the double dink. So I'm gonna say last year was kind of his, like, okay, you're almost there, but this year special teams will come through. Chicago's in. How's that?
All right.
There's my pick.
Yep.
I'm going with the local St. Joe native, Coach Tabor. There you go, Coach. This one's for you. I'm picking you.
Nobody's going with Detroit?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So
that's the voice of Jim
Bly.
He is the brains behind the operation that is UClick TV.
Hey, I'm the brains behind the NFL.
You guys cannot
I know what's going to happen
him
every year. You just don't
he's
see
off
me.
camera, but he will be. He's going to stick his picks in there. So he.
I love the double dink though.
Yeah, he likes to bring up the double dink. So let's moving on here. We will go on to the NFC South.
You guys are serious. I'm having fun.
Yeah, no, it is. It's
I'm
a
not having
show.
fun. This is a serious show. I'm talking about
Okay, Jimmy
go to
Kimmel
Vegas, pay your
lookalike.
life savings on these picks.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
do
a
it.
Jimmy Kimmel lookalike.
Don't pay. Yeah.
So NFC South, the fans again. We'll start with the fans, or you want to start this time?
No, start with the fans.
Fans
Okay.
are first.
Fans are first. New Orleans Saints. No surprise. In my mind, there's no surprise
No,
there.
they should have been there last year.
Yeah, this is just to win the division.
I know, but they should have been there last year.
Yeah. In the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Disagree.
So disagree. Who you got?
Well, no, I disagree with they should have been in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
If they should have been. If they
Don't
would've-
let it come down to one play.
Don't let it come down to one play. Get a first down. Get a first down. Don't come down to one play. Get a first down. You know you got to beat the refs. So I've seen a lot of. Wait, who did you say?
I
you want me to
actually
go? I'll go. You want me to go first?
no. You can go ahead.
That's as Saints. Really like them. Drew Brees, of course. We love Drew Brees. Me and you
Yep.
talked about our love for Drew Brees. Love Breezy. Love Peyton. Match made in heaven as far as play design and all that stuff goes. And the guys, their brains are on the same wavelength. I'll say it's the only criticism I've seen is that they will not be able to get over that game last year. And I've seen some guys picking the Saints to be the team that actually takes the dip because we always end up seeing a team that takes a pretty large
Big
dip.
dip.
Yeah.
And actually, when I started making my picks, when I went through and filled it out for the first time, I put Atlanta in this spot.
I thought about Atlanta too.
Because that reason you just mentioned. Because it is hard to bounce back from a devastating, game that you feel was taken away. But I feel like Sean Payton is a guy who can get his team ready and make them bounce back from that. I feel like Drew Brees is a quarterback who can lead that offense and get them over that hump and say, you know what, we're not going to see this as a setback. Yeah, we didn't get where we wanted, but we're going to go for it, and we're going to win the division this year.
A couple things. I have the Saints picked, and I'm making counterpoints just to kind of stir the pot or whatever. Breezy will hit that wall at some point. He's close. He's close to hitting the age wall. The only guy I've ever seen not hit the age wall or really transition the way he plays so far is Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
Really transition kind of the way he's playing to kind of jump that age gap. He'll hit it eventually. But so that's still a counterpoint on Breezy. And another thing, too, is not a counterpoint, but like a point that helps the statement is that Saints' defense is actually pretty good, and their running game is really good. Kamara, we were talking in the car about who, it's Kamara. He is the
guy.
Kamara. He's the number 2 fantasy option, right? We were talking about who's number 2. I can't remember. It's Saquon, and then it goes Kamara. He's a beast. And so when you have a really, really excellent running game and you have a defense that's playing really well, Breeze doesn't have to have the shoulder the whole load like he has in years past. Another reason why they may get over that hump or get over the defeat from last year is that these guys are Sean Payton, Breezy are champions. And so when you're already a champion, you know what it takes to get there. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think it's like some young guys who maybe got there before and couldn't bounce back, or like in Atlanta that got beat in the Super Bowl, biggest comeback ever, and in the Super Bowl, and they have not bounced back from that. But I'm going with the Saints. I think they take that division.
Well, I was looking at your stats here. It says 93% people are going with the Saints, 7% with Atlanta. Why the 7% with Atlanta? And New Orleans is another city that's been cursed in sports. It has been.
But they have a Super Bowl.
They do have a Super Bowl, but other than that, you look at the Papa Manning days, what he went through. I mean, he went through a lot, and he helped make, New Orleans Saints, New Orleans. I mean, it was without him, I don't know if they even are as recognized today as. And then, of course, the boys helped that recognition whenever they came along to put the attention back to New Orleans because that's where they grew up. But why 7% people are saying Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'd have to ask the fans. If you're one of those people that are in that 7%, tweet us and let us know, or post on Facebook. Let us know why did you think Atlanta?
Take a guess on it. Matt Ryan is a
really good quarterback.
Good to great quarterback. The roster is always pretty stacked. We know Atlanta's not going to suck, right? They're going to be a good team, and if you slip in, they're going to beat you. I don't think they're elite. They have an elite wide receiver, Julio, but I don't think they can get over that. And I think they're probably a 9 or 10 win team.
Yeah,
for me, Saints for me are a 11 to 12 win team.
Yeah, and
so easy Saints in that division, easy. Yeah, you're saying easy.
I think
Saints are much better.
I think they're 10-11.
Yeah.
10 or, I got Saints 11 or 12 wins. Will get that division for
them. So, Jim, are we going with the sweep with New Orleans, or who you got?
I got New Orleans.
You got New Orleans. All right.
I'm not an Atlanta fan.
No,
I don't. I got a lot of friends in Atlanta, but I'm not a hot Atlanta fan.
Yeah, Carolina was another team that is interesting to me this year. Before we move on to the next division, but I think Carolina gets around 6, 7, 8 wins. And I just don't think that's enough to win that division. I think they're going to be better. I think they're going to be. It's going to be a really tough year.
Talked to some guys. I actually talked to a guy I work with about it. I said, "You got a hot take on the NFL tonight?" And we were talking about which teams most improved team, which I think everybody knows most improved team will probably be Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
But the team that regresses the most, he thinks Carolina will. He's saying Cam Newton's not that guy.
I agree, and that's why I don't have them.
He says 4 wins for them. 4 wins.
Oh, wow.
Like even Tampa's better. And Tampa's kind of been full of disappointment since Gruden left,
New coach.
Yeah, it's just Tampa's been a whirlwind.
I love Gruden. I love Gruden.
Yeah.
I'm not a Raiders fan. I love Gruden.
Really good TV personality for sure.
Absolutely.
Just a fun, you know what? He's not a Raider. He's not a typical Raider.
No. But, all right, moving on out west in the NFC. We'll stay in the NFC. Again, we'll go with the fans. Their pick in the NFC West, they went with the Los Angeles Rams.
Which surprises me because where do you guys live in the Midwest? Where's St. Louis, Midwest? Who hates the Rams more than anybody right now? St. Louis in the Midwest.
Who hates St. Louis more than anybody?
Hey, but
this guy right over here.
St. Louis got a new football team, though. They're replacing their football team with a football team. Yeah.
Yeah, I read Sporting is going to trash them. So.
Yeah. All right, there we go. There's my plug for that new team.
I am going with actually San Francisco 49ers here.
0% on your poll.
Yeah, the fans don't agree with me at all. Like I said, the fans went with the Rams. But I'm going San Francisco. If Jimmy Garoppolo stays healthy, they win that division. There's no doubt in my mind.
They're probably a freak hit because when Jimmy G was running, this is while they're playing the Chiefs, and they're actually playing us pretty decent.
Yep.
They're behind.
Non-contact injury.
They're playing us pretty. It was non-contact. I think.
It was non-contact.
He was running out and he got blown up.
He was running out of bounds. Non-contact injury.
Well, if he stays healthy, I think Niners I think they get wild card last year. But Jimmy G we know Jimmy G is a really good quarterback. The reason we know he's a really good quarterback is eye test, some of the numbers he's put up, the wins he's put up, and also the fact that the rumors were out that Belichick was actually ready to trade Tom Brady instead of trading Jimmy G, and the brass in New England decided against that. And I don't know more about football than Belichick does, so I'll trust Belichick on this. And when reports come out, when there's smoke, there's fire. So something that had to be true about that. What we've seen from him, and he's got it. He's a winner.
Yep.
So definitely do. I like your pick. I like the Niners. For me, I'm going to stick with the Rams. I'm a huge Sean McVay fan. I think Sean McVay is one of the most. He's an upcoming coach in the NFL. Took a team to the Super Bowl last year. The Rams are very aggressive as far as free agency goes.
Super Bowl hangover.
I was thinking Super Bowl hangover.
Super Bowl hangover
for the Los Angeles Rams.
Yep.
I don't see it. They bring in Eric Weddle at safety, which I think he's a stud. They lost a couple guys on defense. Wade Phillips still there.
San Francisco added a couple guys on defense. One guy, he's not very popular here in Kansas City, but his name's D Ford. He's out there in San Francisco.
With D Ford,
I like D Ford.
I'm good with D Ford. Here's the thing about D Ford. Yeah, he was offsides. It's fine. Listen, if you're a fan that thinks that cost us a Super Bowl, incorrect. No game comes down to one play. Never does. Everything that you did before that led to that play. But if you would have scored some points in the first half, it probably would have been a different story. Chiefs would have been in the Super Bowl. Chiefs win the coin flip, probably in the Super Bowl. So it's all kinds of different things that go into that.
I think he should.
Sorry to get you off on
I think he should be coach.
Huh?
He's sounding like a coach right now.
Him?
Yeah.
No, I'm more of an advisor.
Advisor. You advise. Do you go back and watch the film and say, hey,
I have.
Coach,
I
Coach,
have.
it doesn't come down to one play.
It never
Just
comes
move
down
on.
to one play.
Move
Never.
on.
If you're blaming on one play, you need to get out of the game because there's, no. Sorry. There's a lot of times, a lot of plays set up other plays.
There's a lot of little things that happen over the course of a game that lead you to either win or lose.
Correct.
There's
Instant
usually
replay.
one big moment that everyone kind of points to from the outside. But, you're right. As a coach, when you go in and you look in and you evaluate your film and you're evaluating your guys, you do see usually 10, 12, 15 things throughout a game. Well, if we'd have got to stop here on third down and got the ball back, it gives us a better chance.
Correct.
We got better field position.
How many since instant replay, how many games that teams would have won that didn't win because of instant replay now? So you're talking all this stuff. There's a lot of things. You just got to go play the game. That's right.
Yeah, don't put yourself in the position to get beat by that.
And I try to tell my guys that all the time is don't let it come down to one play.
Nope.
If you're the better team, then let's go prove it right now.
You need to overwhelmingly take advantage of the other team and overwhelmingly beat them. Don't let it come down to one play. Don't let it be that close.
So I got San Francisco
Rams.
You and the fans have the Rams, which you guys are wrong.
I'll be right.
I'm going with Austin.
You're going with Austin?
I'm going with Austin City Limits.
Sean McVay's a beast, and Sean McVay is also the best.
So you don't think Kyle Shanahan's a good coach?
Sean McVay is the best coach in that division.
It's Austin City Limits.
He's a better coach. He's a better coach. Pete Carroll. He's a better coach. Pete Carroll.
Austin frickin' Kansas City Limits is your new nickname.
Austin
frickin' Kansas City Limits is your new nickname. Austin frickin' Kansas City Limits.
That's right.
Kansas City Limits?
Austin frickin' Kansas City Limits.
Yeah, is that the new name?
Okay. That's yours. That's yours. We're going with it.
All right.
NFC East.
Fans. What the fans got?
Fans say Dallas. I'm gonna go last on this one.
They're feeling sorry for you.
I'm gonna go last on this one. So Jim, who do you got?
I'm going to go Giants.
What? Giants?
I'm going to throw it out there, all the way out there.
All right.
Is that
that's because I want to pick on Gary.
That's the surprise of the year.
I'm going with Giants to pick on Gary.
The surprise of the year is that the Giants, who were actually could have been decent last year, because they had a decent roster last year. Instead, were terrible, and this year without the good roster, they're going to be 11.
They got 6% of the vote.
The Giants did
on your
Are you
poll.
on the Facebook or the Twitter poll?
Twitter.
Okay,
they got 6% on Twitter.
6%.
I did see that.
2% to Washington.
Actually, I think it was like on Twitter. This was one of the divisions where Twitter and Facebook were different. I believe on this one, Twitter Philadelphia won the fan poll, but then no.
Dallas
on Twitter,
won.
Dallas won the fan poll overwhelmingly.
Well, and 32% went to Philadelphia.
Philadelphia barely won the poll on Facebook.
And I don't vote for Philadelphia on anything.
I did the math earlier today after the polls ended, and Dallas still got the majority of the vote when you added the two polls together.
I don't like Dallas. I used to like Dallas until Jerry Jones booted my buddy Tom Landry out. I used to like Dallas. That was a long time ago, I know. But
it worked out for him.
I didn't like it, though. I'm a morals person.
I'm going to go with Dallas Cowboys. They win the division.